Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of podcast. I wish and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to the broadcast.
What is Nanir?
Okay, we have already done an elaborate program on Nanir, explaining the science behind it.
Right.
And Nanir is water. It's just water. That's all. You know, water is very versatile. We have done nearly about 1, 2, 3, 4 programs, including Nanir on that. So, water is the most essential and the life behind all the living organisms in the world. Any life material will be filled with maximum water molecules. Like in you and me, 70% of our human body is water molecules. Like that in all living species, including the plant kingdom. It's all water. So, the ancient Tamil heritage, they were brilliant in understanding the essence of water. Essence of water in the sense, more I would say the science, nature's fact behind the water. So one of the tool that they have given us is Nanir. Water can be used as an effective tool in many areas in the science they have designed. So Nanir is one, which is much more than the structured water, what they talk in modern science, which can be manufactured on a table for your healthy life. So Nanir can do a lot of good thing to you if you are going to drink Nanir 100 ml 3 times a day before your food.
Yes.
You can also drink another 100 ml after your food, maximum to 600 ml per day, which will enrich your oxygenation of the body, keep your gastroenteritis balanced in a perfect manner. So that is what Nanir. Nanir can be effectively used as a tool in your daily cooking.
Okay.
That is
great.
what is most important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So now you understand what is Nanir. And before we actually, get into how we use Nanir step by step into cooking, if you could just also, I know I'm asking you to repeat, but if you could recap the benefits of Nanir on the health of a person.
The benefit of Nanir is it will reduce your accumulated inflammation, with which it will enhance the vascularization, that is the normalcy of the blood supply to the skeletal body and the internal organs. So that the oxygenation will be good, you will feel energetic.
Right.
Your gastro tract will be very good. It will not harm your microorganisms. It will in fact help your microorganisms, the microbiome of the body.
So it works as a probiotic to better.
I would not call it probiotic. It is microbiome.
Okay. So starting with using Nanir in cooking, the art of cooking. Today we have heard about vegetables and fruits having so many chemicals.
No, you can
sprayed
come
on
from
them.
grains.
Okay, from grains?
Yeah.
Okay. So our food consists mostly of grains. I think about 60% of our food is grain food, maybe wheat or rice, etc. So how do we use Nanir in maybe chapati, dosa, all of that, and cooking rice, in cooking grains?
Yeah, you can take about 20 to 25 ml per kg of rice. While you soak the rice for making the idli dosa batter, put about 20 ml per kg.
Okay.
For ulur dal also. Then as you grind, you put another 20 ml.
That's all that's required for 1 kg.
Yeah, you will not eat such soft idlis. This is one. While cooking rice, once you soak the rice and put it in the open vessel to cook, as you start the stove, you just put 20-25 ml in that. It will detoxify your rice with respect to excess nitrogen and potassium through fertilizers, pesticides and other things. Make your rice taste very well. Your idli and dosa will be extraordinary. In your lifetime, you cannot eat such soft idlis.
Wow. I'm sure the ladies are getting
Maybe
quite
easy to digest and everything. It helps you. It becomes any food cooked should be human friendly for human acceptance with respect to easier digestion and absorption. It will help in all those respects.
Okay. What about kneading the atta for for chapatis
For
or
chapatis
rotis?
and other things and all, as you mix the powder to make mix with little oil or butter and water to make the batter, use around 20-25 ml per kg of your flour, which will make it soft and nice, and in fact it will have its own impact on the gluten also.
Okay. So
These chapatis will be very soft and nice to eat. Such soft chapatis, no chef can make it in the world.
okay.
It's not possible.
Okay.
Unless you use nani, such soft rotis, Indian breads will come, which can be used in baking also. Same 20-25 ml per kilo of flour. You get, but the only at the moment with respect to food processing industry, the handicap situation is in our system, as I have explained to you in art of cooking, we cook food, eat it immediately.
Right.
No storage here.
No storage.
Naneer when you use in all your cooking, after some time, the cooked food tends to get dehydrate very fast.
Right.
Your chapati after 8 hours will become brittle.
Brittle.
It will not have that elastic effect.
Right.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
And
Your bread and bun, everything will start drying up within a day or two. A lot. Yeah.
okay.
Which you may not use. We are not supposed to eat cooked food. It's called retrogradation. Cooked and cooled. Should not be taken. Leads to a lot of resistant starch
Yeah.
in digestion. Yeah.
Yeah, so cooling and recooking, as you had explained last time, is an absolute no for
Yeah.
food. It should be
Yeah.
eaten fresh and hot.
Yeah.
Now coming to the vegetables and fruits.
Vegetables
that we
and all that, today you see vegetables and all highly sprayed with pesticides and artificial fertilizers and all that. Our vegetables are not to the mark with respect to a lot of chemical contamination. We can't help it. We have to only depend on the shops where we go and buy in the market your vegetables.
Right.
So what many people do is they cut vegetables, put a bowl of water, vessel of water, and put a lot of salt in it and soak it for some
soak
time.
it for a while, yeah.
And that will not help much. It will help some percentage. If you don't put salt, take a liter or 1.5 liters of water, put 50 ml of naneer, put all your cut vegetables in that, soak it for 10 to 15 minutes, drain it out and cook it. It will detoxify all your chemical part of the vegetable. The cooked vegetable will be much tastier.
Fantastic.
And then it will reduce all the unwanted microbial load of the inbuilt microbial load of the vegetables. Simple.
And fruits as well, before eating, we can soak them in the...
Fruits, yeah, you can do that, but then not for fruit juice. Fruits you can cut and put it in the naneer mixed water, 1 liter of water, drain it out, and you can have it if you are sensitive about the chemical contamination of the fruits.
Okay.
No doubt.
And what about cooking vegetables and dals, poriyal, all of
Dal and everything is as you put dal for boiling. If you put so much of dal and so much of water, you should get this quantity of your dal or sambar, whatever you make. So that's called oxidation.
Right.
Oxidation is as the dal gets cooked with the water, it becomes big. Each small dal becomes slightly bigger and bigger. And that's called oxidation. Which, if the dal doesn't, it's old enough with the shelf life, oxidation will be 50% or less than 50%. If the soil is not good, those dal which come from Africa and all that, they don't boil at all.
Right.
They remain the same even after hours of cooking.
Right.
So oxidation is the concept. When you put dal to cook, you soak the dal for some time and put it in the stove with water. Put 20 ml of naneer for any whatever is the amount you're putting. The cooking will be faster because it gets softened very nicely. It gets oxidized very nicely, and you get the required result of the oxygenation, the oxidation of the dal, and becomes highly tastier. That's what happened. If you soak ulur dal, and as you grind it for idli and dosa, 1 glass of ulur dal with 3 glasses of water gives you 8 glasses of that batter.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's the calculation. That means the ulur dal is fresh and nice and perfect.
Fresh, yeah.
That's called the oxidation. That's what same thing happens in cooking also. Yeah.
So it's the same thing when you use it for vegetables, etc. They will also cook
No, they
faster.
don't expand and
They
all
don't
that.
expand, but
yeah.
the cooking
Dal
is
is the one
fast.
which oxidation takes place.
And how do we use it for cooking vegetables or a dry vegetable, a poriyal?
All that
Or a curry.
as you start the cooking, pour 20-25 ml on that mixture and start cooking it. Simple, it takes care of all the dirt in it, which is not needed to us.
Okay.
All the unhealthy part of the vegetables will be neutralized. Yeah.
Doctor, can naneer be used in cooking non-vegetarian food?
It is
And
very
how will it
important.
help?
Yeah. If you take the fish, as we bring the fish, we cut it, we remove the digestive part and all that, and make it into pieces and all that, and we wash it. After washing, you take 1 liter of water, put 50 ml of naneer, and soak it in that for 10 to 15 minutes, and drain it out for your cooking.
Okay.
The smell will disappear.
Oh, okay.
The fish smell will not be there anymore. That stinking smell or whatever you call it. For those who eat non-veg, it's good smell for them. For those who don't eat, it's stink for them.
It's very
That smell will not be there, but it will become tastier as you make gravy or fry or whatever. Same thing with chicken. Same thing with mutton. You wash everything, clean it up, wash it up, and then soak it with naneer mixed water. 1 liter of naneer and 50 ml. It becomes absolutely good enough because it will reduce the microbial load. That non-veg smell will not be there.
will not be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay. And should we also rather use naneer while cooking the meat or fish?
It is, because the ingredients which we use to make a gravy or a fry or anything, as you load them in the pan to fry or as you load them in the mixed gravy to boil, you just put 25-30 ml of naneer per kg or whatever. The meat will absorb the ingredients very nicely. It becomes more tastier. It will be very good.
It will be much tastier.
Yeah.
Okay. With the lower microbial load.
Yeah, it will definitely answer the microbial load and it will neutralize all the uric acid of the non-vegetarian
Non-veg
material.
of meat,
Yeah,
especially red
yes.
meat.
Yeah.
That has come.
Yes.
Okay. That's an important point, doctor, to reduce the uric acid load of
Definitely
red
it
meat.
becomes more healthier food. Yeah.
Doctor, before we make certain dals like rajma or chana, etc., we soak them in water overnight.
At that time also
That
you can
naneer-
put little naneer whenever you soak, 20 ml, 25 ml.
So the oxidation is much better when you
No,
actually
it gets
cook them?
neutralized on many things, which unwanted part of the seeds. And then as you cook, you can add again.
Okay, in the way you said, about 25 ml into
Yeah,
the
25
pan as
ml
you-
per kg or whatever you.
Okay. We all of us like fried stuff, bhaji, bonda, etc., and we are worried about the being non-healthy or junk food. Can we use naneer in
Yeah,
that?
as you make bhaji, you take the chana dal powder and then make the thick liquid where you dip the vegetable and put it in deep fry.
Right.
So in that per kg you add 20-25 ml. 25 ml will be ideal. That bhaji will be very, very crispy and soft and nice. It will not drink much oil. Likewise, ulur dal, when you soak it, you put some naneer and then
make the
as you
vada.
grind, you put some naneer and you make vada, deep frying it. It will not drink water. It will not absorb oil. It will be very tasty to eat. When you are a person who would like to eat hot vada, 1 or 2 of them or 3 of them, you will eat 4-5 of them.
So it's very light on the stomach as well when it's fried with the batter mixed with naneer.
Yeah, it will be fantastic.
Okay.
All your deep fried stuff.
Doctor, just going back when we were talking about fruits, you said not to add it in juice. I just wanted you to reiterate.
No, juice
this
is not
point.
the right kind of concept at all. Juice is the one which is not the right kind of concept because,
You mean
juice
having
you're
fruits
supposed-
as juice is not right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's the reason you said there's no need
It's
to
rust
add
of too
it,
much of glucose and fructose to the system. Because you eat a fruit, you take time with the fiber you eat.
Right.
Here we remove all the fiber and we drink it off very fast. 4 or 5 fruit is, the essence of them is taken in 2-3 minutes. That's not correct.
That's not right. The body needs time to absorb the essence slowly. I remember you telling me.
No, it's a rush of too much of glucose and fructose you are pumping in. It's not correct.
It's not right. Okay. What about milk? We use
Milk is
in
very important because milk is one component which has the highest microbial load, bacterial load. As you mix nanir and boil it, it reduces the microbial load of the milk in a big way. And milk will not get the dirty smell even if it gets spoiled, if it is boiled with nanir. And if you're going to add 20-25 ml of nanir into 1 liter of milk and boil it, and the curds you make out of that will be extraordinarily tasty and good.
Okay.
No doubt whatsoever.
So the nanir is added to the milk before you boil it.
As you put it in the stove, just add it.
Just add it. Okay. Before that.
It's a simple. It's a layman work. There is no formula here. You don't need to be a scientist and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
a common man who doesn't know anything is a better individual than a scientist because he knows what to do.
Yeah. And he will just follow.
Yeah, a guy who was not gone to a school is always wonderful with his brain because his brain has wisdom.
Right.
Because he's not subjected himself to somebody's theory.
Right.
He knows what to do. He knows what not to do. He understands the nature much better than you and me.
Much better.
Yeah.
True. What about tea, coffee? We want to have 2-3
You have already added it in the milk.
Right.
So that will take care.
So there's no.
If you want to have it, you can put a few drops, 5 ml, when you make tea.
Okay.
It's better.
Tea tastes better with
Yeah.
it. And in the coffee, you can add it in the decoction and then make the
you
decoction.
can as you make the decoction, you can put it in the hot water and add it for the filter.
Doctor, what about making things like upma, poha?
All these
All of
things,
these
as you
snacks.
cook, you add.
Okay.
If you are soaking, you add layer some. While you are cooking, you add some.
Okay.
It becomes wonderful. Becomes much tastier, much easier to digest. Nanir basically neutralizes all chemical contamination. Nanir also reduces all the microbial load of your food,
Okay.
which becomes the easiest stuff for your stomach, intestines, and the liver as you eat them. Yeah.
And to give children nanir, kids have Horlicks and cornflakes, cereals, etc.
All
So
that you can put
kanji.
5-10 ml of nanir and then make them and give it to them.
So, for example,
It's
if you're
easier.
making kanji for your child, by
Yeah,
putting
you can-
water or milk, you can add a 5 ml of nanir.
5-10 ml of nanir and make it.
And I think that would
You
be
can add
fantastic.
more also. We don't want you to spend a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, adding more also, it's no harm.
So, final question, Doctor. Sweets. We all love to have sweets. So, how can we use nanir in making things like pasam, which are different sweets, and fried sweets as well? If you could just tell us.
You can always take nanir and wet the sugar
Okay.
and then use the wet sugar in your per kg of sugar, say 50 ml, per half a kg of sugar, 25 ml, wet the sugar the previous night and leave it aside.
Okay.
Next day morning, you take this wet sugar and use it. Your sweets will be extraordinary to taste.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can we use it with jaggery in the same way?
same way, yeah.
And what about things like payasam, etc.?
Everything you use the wet sugar and
wet
at the
sugar.
payasam milk, everything is coming. Your vermicelli will be coming, or your other components are coming. Some people make with this sabudana, some people make with this moong dal,
Right,
some people make with vermicelli. All that, as you cook there, you can put according to the quantity, some 5-10 ml, 20 ml, whatever.
Okay.
And nanir for all the deep fried items like your savories. You can use 20-25 ml for kg of flour and make all your mixtures and whatever. Muruku and all those things, all those deep fried items. You can avoid rancid. There is no rancid at all.
There's no rancid at all.
No rancid at all. You can keep it for 3 months, 6 months, protect it from moisture and keep it in a closed container and eat it. Even after 6 months, it will remain fresh and good. Rancid smell will never be there. That is the highest advantage of using nanir in your deep fried items for snacks.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor.
Yeah.
That was that was great information. And on behalf of our our viewers who specifically asked questions about nanir, I want to thank Doctor for this fantastic information. You have a detailed recipe on how to use nanir in your everyday life. Make it a part of your life so that health comes naturally. You don't have to do something separately, something exorbitantly expensive or difficult.
See, what happens today is everything is so contaminated, your food material, your vegetables, your grains and all the pulses and everything because of the chemical agricultural scenario and pesticide scenario. So we are not having good raw material like those days what it was available till 1960 or 1970. Now Nanir purifies all that.
Purifies all that.
Still you will have, make sure that you are eliminating or neutralizing everything before you eat this contaminated raw material which we use it in cooking.
Thank you very much for spending your quality time. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you enjoyed this session. See you later.